I'm here. Hello. Sorry, I thought we'd be longer than we turned out being.
Based on me. How fast I could get home? Answer is not that far.
Okay, I made chicken nuggets.
You fucking Genoa salami because I'm that lazy.
The fuck is Genoa salami?
Fancy salami?
Is that like summer sausage?
No, it's fancier than that.
Oh yeah, that's like the pre-sliced stuff.
Yeah. Got like garlic, salt, and pepper.
Alrighty then, guys. So, congratulations! Drakash the
Yay!
Lich has been destroyed! Question mark?
He been liched.
The fuck we do now?
Now-
Exactly.
We celebrate
No, we
by accomplishing important goals.
don't. What that entail?
Well, there's a few things that I know Conrad reached out to me and said, respond to these or I'll kill your character immediately. And I said, okay. So, and there we go. So I've got a few objectives I've got laid out ahead of me. How about you guys? You got anything in character like that you've got like on your plate? I know you do, Graves, because some weirdos came to our town saying, hey, has anybody seen Graves's dead name here or something? I don't remember what Graves' name is.
It's
Man.
great.
It's great.
Yeah. Has anyone seen this man holding up a picture of Graves and calling him like Steve or something? I forget. But either way, that seems like something to investigate for you. And I don't know what Ray's got on his plate. We were talking about some stuff last time about trying to get his family back, but I don't know if that's still on the cards. I just know our instant thing was we were going back to town to see our to see our mercenary
Dragon
company.
friend.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we were gonna reach out to him too. We had a sending spell lined up. Did we want to reach out to Tezza? You'd have to tell Crucible you want to reach out to Tezza because Crucible actually doesn't know Tezza.
Yeah, not right now.
Tezza's not too important. Tezza doesn't need to know what's going on here. Nothing too important. Nothing to concern him. Did we want to try to speak to Dead to him?
Oh, yeah,
Because
we
we'd
were
get a
gonna
few
try that.
questions, but it's like speaking to Dead can be iffy, you know, because if they're antagonistic, they might not want to answer, and there's like certain restrictions. It's not a high level spell. Do you want me to cast Resurrection on Nagash? Just bring him back?
Why in the world would you do that?
I don't know.
I don't think he could resurrect.
That's why I asked. There's no bad ideas in brainstorming, Graves.
Yeah, he's the only one talking, and you know what happens when you let Crucible just keep talking.
Yeah.
Oh God.
My
Yeah.
train of thought has no brakes.
Definitely curious to see if Speak of the Dead would work, because who knows?
Well, you should whip together a list of 3 questions you want to ask then. Crucible doesn't have anything really important to ask, but I think that's how it works. Hold on, I'm going to get the spell card. What did I do with that thing?
I have no idea if I even have anything to
I
ask.
think it's 4th?
Like third or fourth.
I think it's third.
Yep, 3rd. Here it is.
Why do I know way too much about D&D rules?
You're
played enough.
addicted. You got a problem. All right. Up to 5 questions. And usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive. And the corpse is under no compulsion to offer the truth if you're hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. It also doesn't return its soul to its body, only animating spirit, and it can't it doesn't comprehend that anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events. That's interesting. I didn't anticipate that it's literally unable to understand things that's happened since it's died. Good news, we found your daughter. My what? Oh. Okay.
Oh.
I don't know any daughter. I had a daughter before I died. You're a ghost, man. Shut up. And that was all my questions, and the ghost disappears, and I gotta cast it again. Point is, why don't we think up a couple questions? Like, do we want to split the questions? Right? Can you think of more? Can you think of a full 5 questions? Because Crucible can ask a question, and Graves could ask a question and give you 3.
Well, don't they answer in like a yes or no format? Or...
No, they're not locked into that. They're just, kind of terse about it. They won't go into detail. So if you ask them like, "Hey, where is this thing?" They'll just tell you it's there. Bye. and fuck off or
You're
something like
basically
that.
speaking with the dead, and the dead aren't very talkative, but it is not like you're talking to like a greater being where it's just like yes or no. It's like no, this
It's
is like
because
a
the
guy.
dead don't have like the chemicals in the brain, so they don't get mad or sad or anything. They're just like, bye.
Okay, Discworld.
I love Discworld's versions.
Me too. It's the best.
It really is. But yeah, whether or not that's the case in D&D though, it's. I mean, we'll get to talk to him, but we can't expect like a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, we could ask the one thing that he did mention about how he was a protector and.
Hold on. I'm gonna get another little card here. Boop. Okay, give me question 1.
Question.
Or at least give me the topic of question 1, and we can just frame it however.
What were you protecting?
Yes, what you're protecting.
What were you protecting it from?
Boy, I don't know who's genius. What genius is talking here, but it's really helpful.
It's Ashton. Look, you can't punish Ashton for Ray.
You're right.
Exactly.
You're right.
I get
So
your
what
question.
protecting from? Do you want to ask him like any regrets or anything like that?
He
Okay.
opens his ghostly chest, and you see a tattoo that says "No regrets."
No regrets.
There's no regrets. You say, sorry, I was eating a Milky Way.
Even better, it's a magic tattoo that dispels fear. Hell yeah.
Let's see.
How about why he killed your town? Like what? Even though he wasn't the directly responsible, he still sort of caused your family's death, right?
No,
You
he
wanna
was
ask, like,
directly
about that?
responsible.
Oh, do you want to
He
ask
was
about that?
directly
Do you want to say, hey, why'd you kill him?
I mean, just pretty sure he just was running from Necro. So.
I mean, are you
Well,
accepting
yeah,
that as an
closure.
answer?
Closure.
Yeah.
I'll ask. Yeah. Like, why did you kill my tribe?
For the vine.
I hate you.
Okay. I love that. Awful newslets. Vine's been dead for years. Me too. And then
I
he
can't
explodes
know
everything
that.
around. Oh yeah, he can't comprehend it. No.
TikTok. What is this TikTok?
Ticking and talking. I understand. No. Oh, so I nominate question 4. Got any treasure?
Where is your loot?
Give us
Got any hidden treasure? And even if he answers no, fuck off, I mean, that's an answer. Because they're under no obligation to tell us the truth either. But maybe he seemed like he wanted us to do good. So maybe
yes.
he'll say like,
Ask
yeah.
it in a way of, is there any treasure to help protect the realm?
All right.
There
And
you go.
Question 5. Do you know Graves?
That'd be funny.
I don't know. We might get some hint as to what's going on with all this craziness. All right, and let's roleplay this bad boy out. I whippity whip and cast Speak to the Dead. I've got his pile of dust, and I take a little pinch of it, put it into a little brazier, and light it on fire and make a little flame through which his spirit can speak to us. Nagash, Palor calls to you. Do you respond? Fuck! I cast it again.
Speak with dead requires a corpse.
We've got his dust.
That's not a corpse.
Must still have a mouth and can't be undead. Whoopsies.
But those were good questions. You should keep them.
Oh no. We had all this build up and I didn't read the first fucking paragraph.
Good job, buddy.
Hey, you know, if I would have stopped you if it was useless, but those are good questions. Especially if you try to do resurrection next.
Treasure? We'll keep these questions around to ask pretty much anybody we grab, really.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what are you protecting? What are you protecting it from? What? Who are you? We're protecting from you.
Fucking Batman.
Why'd you kill him? Oh God, I'm sorry.
Where is she?
Where is she?
You know, Batman.
All right, so that was a whole lot of nothing. Then sorry for taking up 15 minutes of our time on that. What else was on our list?
Now you try to resurrect him.
Sending to the Dragon Council. Let's send a sending.
How are you gonna try to resurrect her?
I'm not gonna try and resurrect. I don't got a diamond to waste on a lich.
Why would you even bother?
To ask him questions.
Okay, sending. Do we have any idea what we want to tell the dragon? Like, how much do we want to talk to him?
Meet up at party house, talk about dead Drakash.
I mean, 25 words is a bit more than that.
I really
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just wanna. You're asking him for a meeting at the place.
I'm gonna quick type something up here, and that should be 25 things. We killed Drakash. Kalu Kalei. Oh, Frabchiste. Okay, I'll wipe something up. But essentially, that'll be it, right? Just, hey, it comes up by our safe house, because great news, we killed a lich. And we'll offer him to drink. Drinks on us.
I would say updated news instead of great. We had to kill Drakash. There we go. we had to defend against Shukak. That way he won't come in saying, "What have you done?"
Yeah, we had to hunt him
supposed
down
to
and
do
kill
that.
him.
What did you just do? You weren't supposed
All
to
right.
do that.
We killed Drakash. Amazing, great news. We got to kill Drakash. Stabbed him right in the gut like a bitch. Drinks on us.
And sent. Got it.
Oh no! How do I recall it back? How do I take back my email?
All right. So, okay, you guys are heading back. Oh yeah, I updated your stuff, Ray.
Yeah, I want to thank him for that.
Yeah, now the cards aren't loading anymore.
Yeah, that's big.
Well, make them bigger. Alrighty.
I have so many rituals now that I have to have those things.
So you guys are going across basically the continent, so it is going to take a little while. Let's see, is there any stops you want to make along the way, or are you just going to head all the way over there?
And no, I mean, I don't think there's any reason to stop.
Like to resurrect your family? I guess you have to get the diamonds first.
Yeah, I think we'd have to get the work resources first. Right up.
Okay. Did you want to scry on the Lich?
Yeah. Can we just do that in the cart,
Yeah.
or does Crucible have to have somewhere specific?
No.
Crucible has rituals to himself. He likes to. But fortunately, he's got one of those set up on the cart. He just whips out his, like, a copper brazier. It's got his all symbols of Palor scrapped into it. Like, what do you want to do? Huh?
Okay.
What are we burning?
It's you scry Drakash, and it fails.
Well,
Oh,
we searched
that's
with as about a good a thing as we could, literal body part, such as his dust. So, given that it failed, we're probably in the clear.
Well, it could also fail because he.
Is immune.
Oh,
Exactly.
Done.
I bury me with my amulet of non-detection. Ah.
Alrighty. All right. So you guys just head right on back. Let's see. Is there anything you would stop for?
I mean, a few things. Because we're not in a hurry on our way back here. And I don't want to overwork poor Lil Sebastian. So when the horse gets tired, and if we see people on the side of the road in need, or just as you do it, like pleasant travelers.
Oh, okay. Well, Crucible, you're driving, so
Yeah,
you would
that
be
means
friendly.
I
and
get to
everything.
decide when we stop.
Spreading the word of Palor.
If I see some poor misbegotten peasant, I have to stop and take at least a half hour berating him. How dare you not worship Palor? My lord, I'm so hungry.
All right.
But for real, I mean, if there's something of note, anything other than trees and grassland.
I mean, you do see some people traveling, not too many. You're kind of there's not really a route through the middle of everywhere. You pass by some of the towns and you see some people there, but unless you.
Where are we?
stop in
We're going this sort of direction. Am I right?
Yeah, you're going here, so you would pass by.
Yeah. So we'd probably
Blackstone.
traffic of people going there to the big three here.
Yeah.
Whoever lives here might have stuff. Yeah, we probably run into just random people. Might be neat.
Oh yeah, and I learned that I actually did have this place. It was just, somewhere that I forgot about.
I want it then. If nobody lives in that castle, I'm taking it.
Yes, that's a town. So.
Oh. Well, I'm taking it.
It's actually The head of the Adventuring Guild, like the
Oh.
actual like main location.
That seems interestingly notable. We haven't been there yet, and yet, what I feel like we're hot shots in the Adventuring Guild. But
I mean, the
it'd be
main
neat to. Well, we've got some high tiered people, but I mean the Adventurers Guild main group has got to have the highest of the high tier.
yeah, and I mean the thing is, like, the White House is like, dude, you don't need that for government, you know. That's just the main
That's an
place.
interesting stance. That like for that is the Adventurers Guild centralized like our government?
No, that's the whole point. Like, that's just a place, right? That's like, okay,
Yeah,
if you want to see the
but
president.
in like a medieval setting, they tend to take all their toughest people in one place because
I mean,
they got to pretend they probably got artifacts here and a portal to something and
got some
whatever
pretty tough
other
people
loot that the
running.
Adventurers Guild decided like, hey, you guys did an adventure and came back and found this cursed thing, and we're like, okay, we'll deal with it.
I mean,
so
you got
that's what
tough
I
people
imagine
running
in
the
a
guilds, right? Each
Yeah, there's
location's
probably a
got
big
some
thing.
People.
Though if I were them, I would outsource the paperwork to this place up here. I just bring in a group of those guys because those desk jockeys are the pros. I tell you what.
One of the places without a big guild presence.
I mean that's why you hire them. If anything, they're more neutral than average.
But yes, on your travels, there is one thing which seems very interesting. And
I say, do you see that, comrades?
there's another wagon that you guys are coming up to. And this
Oh,
wagon is a little weird. It's got just weapons and instruments and all armor and items and all kind of
This
things
is interesting.
strapped all
Ooh.
around it.
I'll sort of is that cart pulled to a stop or is it on the move?
It's on the move, so it's like in front of you, and you guys are catching up to the side of it.
Oh well,
It's
I'll
going
sort
slower.
of pull down alongside it to like offer my greetings to whoever's piloting it.
You look over, and it's a guy. He's wrapped in a cloak. Can't see his face or anything. He takes off a hat and bows his head to you. But taking off the hat, you see the hat was on top of the cloak, so still doesn't reveal anything.
Amazing! What a reveal! But so here's my thoughts. Crucible has been riding fucking alone with nothing but the presence of his own thoughts for the last 6 hours. So he's probably like, hello, I have to compliment your cart. It looks like a life of adventure.
It's a life of mercantile. Are you looking
Oh,
for anything?
Well, why don't we pull off over here where I'm going to, if the DM allows me, just say is a nice spot to pull over.
Yes, this is a wonderful spot.
And look,
pulls over.
there's they've got DiGiorno's here. No, I'm sorry.
Next
And,
to DiGiorno's.
I'm sure the people inside will feel the cart slowing down, and like I'll pull up to a stop alongside to check it out.
If only we had more people to
Did-
plan the car out.
Tell me, sir, does your business or yourself have a name that we could call you?
I go by the Stranger.
The Stranger.
Oh boy.
I mean, keeping the intonation as part of the name here. It ends with an A.
Yes, the Stranger, and these are my goods. I've got all sorts of strange gizmos and gadgets and doodads.
Okay, so it sounds like there might not be a name, so let's work up Strange's Emporium. Huh? Or The Strange Things. Huh? Strange's Mercantile. Curios and Others? Bed Bath & Beyond?
Ranger and Holdings.
Strange's Incorporated Holdings, yes. Perfect. So SIH, I love your card. So I'd love to sort of browse it, and I'll ask him about like where he's been, because you don't get a collection like this. I assume it's very cool. I'm crafting a picture in my mind.
Yeah, it's like literally just a wagon, like you kind of see, except not a covered wagon, but a wooden wagon, and it's just got a bunch of scrap just strapped to it,
Like weapons and armor and it looks
furniture
Where-
and ammunition.
where do you- Where have you traveled? Oh, a stranger?
I travel everywhere.
Interesting. Any stories? Please, I've been sitting alone for 6 hours.
Why don't you buy something with your friends here?
I think we could manage that, and I guess I'll do some browsing. Is there like should we like look for items that we'd like in like our books like usual, or is there anything like that he's got a note? Ooh, could I make a roll? You know how there's that curio table?
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll on that? I want to buy one of those. I want to loot box it.
Sure. What's the table of curios?
You remember that it's in like the player's handbook somewhere. It's like random shit you can get. It's a D100 percentile.
Oh, the trinket table.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure. Give me a D100.
$70.
Alrighty. 70 is a small packet filled with pink dust.
Concerning. But I'll purchase that for sure. I open up a box and like, oh, neat. And
Let's see.
I mean, what's an appropriately torturous price for a loot box? 100 gold?
For this, you could have it for like a gold. It's I don't know what it does. It's kind of just pink dust.
I actually like to imagine that like I had to buy the box before I knew what it was. It was a loot box.
Sure.
100 gold for the box. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. If you're gonna pay me 100 gold for it, go ahead.
I want to engage with this character. I'm enjoying him, and I'm doing so.
I mean, you could engage with the things that are worth 100 gold, but I mean, look, I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money.
Good. I give him 100 gold.
All right.
I'm just like,
Oh, apparently that was the last 100 actual gold I had in my bag. That was everything else is crafting is like spell materials.
jeez. I just look at a Graves. It's like, do you need anything from me?
I haven't even thought about that yet.
How about you pick up like? Is there any sort of knife that could return? That seemed like an issue that we ran into last time. Could you get a throwing dagger that you could call back to your hand?
Returning dagger.
It's got to be a thing, right?
Returning is an enchantment.
Dagger.
It seems like a good backup thing to have if your psychic dagger doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's just a magic weapon that's just a +0 that returns.
That'd be like a returning weapon.
And I mean,
Yeah.
you could probably stack it with other things. Yeah, like the more magical it is, of course, But just spitballing. It seems like it'd be a useful thing for you to have. Just like how Ashton had a boomerang for a while.
Oh, I still have it. I was actually tempted to use it, but then he resisted your charm like nothing, and he just chose to. So I was like, well, there's no reason for me to use that then. Because he would just choose to resist being stunned.
Fair enough.
Or he's immune to it.
I'd like a dagger. I just want a magic dagger that just comes back.
I mean, you could do damage with it, presumably.
It's literally the dagger of returning.
It doesn't actually exist in default D&D.
It doesn't.
Oh,
In
does it?
default 4th edition, all your magic items return if they're throwable.
I honestly, that mentality carried with me. It's taken some bludgeoning for me to remember that's not a thing in 5th.
So yeah, there's
Uh,
no I don't think there's any daggers actually on this
Ooh.
cart that you can see.
Wizard said no throwing daggers.
But
Any
Banned.
attunement slots, Graves?
What?
Do you have any attunement slots extra? Like,
No.
oh damn.
What if we get you like a Batman kit? Yeah, a bunch of
Well, 'cause-
alchemist fires, a bunch of poisons, a bunch of smoke bombs. We could get you
Well-
like an all-purpose, like, okay, if I can't dagger them, here's something I can do.
It's just the bracer of flying daggers is
oh
an armband.
yeah, the bracer.
Oh, can that call back
daggers.
any dagger?
Yeah.
No, it just makes
Ooh.
infinite daggers.
Oh,
Yeah, and they're
It-
magic
What?
daggers too.
Infinite dagger.
Yeah, it's like a bandolier of daggers basically, but it's on your arm.
That's hilarious. I love that.
It's basically Graves, except they're physical.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get him one of those. That way, you'll never know if it's a psychic dagger or a real dagger. It'll be always a surprise. Which arm's it coming from?
And then he would need two bracers.
Yeah.
Well, he could just change which arm it's on.
Well, it's
Just
for
turn
an
around,
action.
turn back
He
around,
pulls
haha.
out 2 daggers.
One-
Pull out two
one
magic
real,
daggers
one-
from the
one
bracer
psychic?
and immediately hurl them.
Yep. So
We got to get you this item. I've decided now.
I mean, if you want it, Graves, or do you want just a dagger that returns to you?
I want a magic dagger that returns to me so I can actually do damage.
Well, yes, it would be magic if it returns to you. So what?
probably
you
be the-
thinking?
That's what I was thinking. The dagger that just comes back to me.
All right, so yeah, you're like, do you have any like daggers that just like come back to you? And he's like, he looks at the card, he looks around, he's like, well, I could show you some of the good stuff. And he reaches his hand into his cloak and he pulls out a dagger. And he says, this dagger will return to you after you throw it.
That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, well, damn, that's everything we needed.
100 gold.
That's a done deal.
I look at my packet of wet pink dust. Oh,
for 100.
I picked that for 100 gold in a heartbeat.
Let's see. Do you have anything for Sebastian?
Let's see. We have anything? No. Why, are you looking for something for your horse?
He's already pretty buff, but
I'm pretty sure y'all bought him every magic item slot he could have.
yeah, looks like it. Yeah, mouth, shoes, and armor.
I'd like to browse his selection of ion stones.
Let's see, he does not have any ion stones.
Oh,
Does he have anything like a spyglass? I think is what it's called.
No, he does not have a spyglass. Ooh, he has a pearl of power.
I have no idea what that is.
Pearl of Power is a pretty big one. But it's more for wizards. I've always thought it's more of an arcane caster thing.
You oh, so it's basically the cursed amulet.
Gotcha.
I would like. Does he have any like, of like the fun miscellaneous magic items like the bags of choking dust or the things where you can pull animals out of a bag and throw them at people?
Let's see. He does have a couple of he has a robe of useful items.
Sounds useful.
He has lots of why so many? No, that's the only other thing he has. So
Oh well. I can't afford it. Either you guys want a robe of useful things? It's got useful things in it.
I do not.
Oh well.
Ooh.
Will he talk to us
Oh.
now? Can he tell us like? So, is there any news that like any major like things that like have been going on in the world?
Oh, I don't travel. I don't.
You literally just said you've been everywhere. You better not. I'll grab him by the shoulders.
No, I don't deal in information. I just deal in goods and wares.
Yeah. Which Ash would bring back up with, does he have any potions?
Let's see.
What's
let's
his
see.
potion wares?
He does not have any potions.
Oh wow. In that case, does he have a spell book so he could, transfer Jakasha's spells into his book?
A spell book is a very personal item. It could be basically any fancy book. Are you just looking for a fancy book?
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, I'll just stick a blank book with quill and ink, so I could do that.
Alrighty, let's see.
Then I'll create my own
Mhm.
Ashton's spell book officially.
Alrighty. For a spell book. Mhm. Yeah, it actually doesn't tell you anything about the books. It can really be anything.
Honestly, spell books like they're meant to be. So we're talking about like a spell book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they like I've seen like the things where people use like tattoos on their bodies as spell books and stuff.
Yeah.
Not just as a fluff thing. So really, you could, as long as you can theoretically write the spells in them, yeah, just whatever you want.
Yeah, I was looking at the replace the spell book
Mo-
part of the wizard.
Most
but
people
it's
use iPad spell books these days.
like, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. So let's see. He's like he kind of looks into his cart and you hear him throwing stuff around, and he comes out with just a nice book with like a gold leaf trim. It's like, here's a fancy book. 10 gold.
Alright. That's all I can think of if he has no potions. If he has any wizard scrolls.
Oh, there's plenty of scrolls. Jesus, there's like half scrolls.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There you go. I'm gonna take off some of those
No worries.
high-level scrolls. They're too expensive anyway.
We'll take 3 wish scrolls, please.
Yeah, I only brought him,
One for each of us as a treat.
2,500.
That could get you 1 legendary scroll.
Oh, jeez. And they have to be wizards.
I think most of those are wizard.
Ouch. You. Warlock?
Oh, that is warlock, isn't it?
And heat
Let's
metal is
see.
bard.
A lot of people have heat metal. Druids have heat metal.
You do see a glowing sword.
Oh.
That seems notable.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
what did we
very
find it like
notable.
piling the books and other crap out of the way? It's like, oh hey, dude, did you know you have this?
Yeah, it's just hanging right there. He's like, yeah, you want it?
What is it?
Oh, it's just the Holy Avenger.
Sure it is, old man. Whatever you say. The Holy Avenger.
No, it's just a Holy Avenger.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh wait, no, I guess you're right. It would be the Holy Avenger here.
You're confusing me. But you won't confuse me. I know there's no way you could have it. This is a legendary item of famed repute.
All right.
Yeah, I'm on to you.
If you
I'm
don't
on to
have
your
the
games
money,
now.
that's all you have to say.
I mean, how much?
165,000 gold.
Thought you're gonna be 105 gold. Shit, I don't got that. But no, 165,000, huh?
Yep. Also, a Holy Avenger apparently needs attunement by a paladin.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
None of us could actually use the Holy Avenger right now.
Oh, that's like
You wanna take a level in Paladin? How long till level 15? You could pop that in.
my sword is basically broken.
Just spend a year or so like praying. Like, hey, if you want to pray to Palor for a bit, I'm sure we could get you signed up as a Paladin. Get you into the fast track. Yo, Palor, I got a guy. You gotta fast track him to Paladin stats.
Pull up my radiant sword. Oh, I'm good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, cool then. I guess it was nice meeting him. I guess. And we'll you guys got anything else you want to shop for? Got like, do you need food or anything?
I'm pretty good.
All right. Bye. We've got places to go. Onwards, little Sebastian.
See you again.
And we never saw him again.
All right. All right. So
Alright.
yeah, you you just see
So-
some people passing.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do? There's just like people passing by.
Just general people, like beyond being courteous and like waving. I mean, if
Yeah.
I see anybody like wearing a cloak and cackling and dragging a woman tied up in a rope or something, are gonna step in. But I mean,
Strangely, there's not a lot of those.
not a ton. I wouldn't imagine so.
You saw one of two, but when you stepped in, they said, "Hey, don't kink shame."
Fair enough. I do want to talk to Ashton. Like I remember, like, hey, we gonna do something about your family? Like, how do you want to handle that? Because I got resurrection spells. We'd have to do it one at a time, but we could bring some of them back now that you've achieved your vengeance.
I mean, we still have to go back and get resources for.
Absolutely, we're
come
going to
back and
need
alive.
we're going to need a
Close.
ton of diamonds. Do you know anywhere we can get a ton of diamonds? Because we can afford it. We've got the gold for sure, but
Literally
we
just
need the
buy
actual diamonds.
Like,
Yes, we need to buy the diamonds. But you listen, I know Pirate Town is not going to have enough diamonds. We could go to every fucking little diamond shop in that town, and they would not have enough. Big diamonds are expensive. That's why they're rare. So again, do you know anywhere?
Yeah, the church might be able to exchange. Who knows? You are part of it now, so
I'm not. First of all, first.
technically you are because you signed a magic contract with them.
There was nothing magical about that contract. Second of all, they're not going to sell us their fucking full supply, and no church is stocked to How many did you say? 40 people? No church is stocked to respawn 40 people. How about like a mining settlement? Or like gem farm?
Diamond mine.
Yeah, we'd have to go back to the Ashen. Yeah.
Crucible's never been to that dwarf town, so
Yeah, the dwarf town with the.
you got to bring it up or point it out.
Yeah, that's what Ash wanted to go for. Like, well, we need diamonds eventually. We go
So
to
we
my,
should head back home and pick up our liquid assets, and then head to this place. Do you know a guy there?
Yeah, I know the whole town.
Great. That's a good thing, right? They know you in a good way.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's less common than you'd expect. But then that'll be the plan. We'll go.
Ash's true goal is to replenish his mushroom mail.
Perfect. And it couldn't hurt. We do all those resurrections, and like that'll be a beautiful place. We'll fix up your whole town. Get that shit operational, and then you can dance on the necromancer's grave. Literally. But yeah. Is there anything, Conrad? Is there anything else on the roads of note? Anything we see? Anybody we run over?
No, you
Okay.
pass some people, you wave at them. No reason to stop or get out, really.
Cast Sacred Flame on them as I pass. Bye. Ah.
All right, and you head back to the place. And since no one ever told me what these people were doing, they have all gone home.
Basically, the only boosters in that spell list are higher level scrolls.
Yep.
Yeah, we did just sort of tell those people to get lost, right? We gave them a little stipend, right? Something to get home.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to employ them.
Alrighty.
Oh, Bartholomew,
Gotta
you
get
are a
the,
light in this dark world.
Wall of fire, well, at least. That's the only one and maybe the
Alright.
Expedious Retreat. Just refill.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Which ones?
The Wall of Fire and Expedious Retreat. Which would those two be?
Alright. Wall of Fire. Expedious Retreat is 120. And Wall of Fire is 640.
Oh, right. So, 760. Just,
Alright. So you guys head on in. And Crucible's already gone to Bart.
Bartholomew.
Alright. And, yeah. When you get there, they say, hey, boss. And you see... What's his face? Hold on. That's not the other guy that was there. You see... Cielzra, sitting at the bar.
We did get our message.
And he raises a mug and says, hey, you guys.
Hey!
Hey! That's all
And
I heard, too.
Christian's like, so Cielza said that you said you were treating to drinks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm. He's been here for a couple of days.
That's okay.
It's been a couple of, we've had to restock quite a bit.
How much did he dent?
So far, 2,000.
That's
Quite a bit.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. What?
He says, I haven't even started yet. So what's this news? Killed a Drakash, you said?
Ah, yes. We found him, and he asked us to out where he goes crazy with power. His necro power that was taking over his soul.
Yeah, liches are crazy, right?
Yeah. Especially how he was saying that he was protecting the realm. That was pretty enraged. But couldn't
Ooh, did he
figure
try to
out
suck
what-
anybody's soul out?
Yes, and failed.
Oh, that's good. Don't think there's much coming back after that.
Yeah, we're just wondering what he was trying to protect. Well, he was saying don't make or come any closer, or otherwise make the huge dragon that
What?
he was at.
There aren't any huge dragons.
Yeah, it was a huge skull of a dragon that he was at. And
Where was this?
We don't know if it was. Let's see. Do you know where the death pits are?
What are those?
The death tar pits.
Oh, the tar pits, yeah. Oh yeah, dragon
Yeah.
died there before. Long
Okay, yeah,
ago.
that's what he was saying, that he was protecting the realm, but we couldn't know what he was protecting from, or if he was just going crazy.
I mean, that skull's been there since, the Dragon Wars, so thousands of years. I doubt that he was protecting anyone from that.
Well, do you know what his task was then? If he's saying he was protecting at one point before Glitch, or who knows?
Oh, I mean, no, I don't care. He's boring. You humans, stuff happens. Like, oh, we saved the world from this, or we stopped the demon invasion of that. And I'm just like, oh, cool. Where's the celebration at? Bring on the bitches. And he did not throw any parties that I remember. Or if he did,
I'm beginning
I
to
don't
think that
remember.
the silver dragon might not be the role model humanity needs.
No.
You're a little quiet, by the way, Ray.
I don't know why. I think it's just
I hear you a bit better now, but I've got you all the way up on Discord. I've got you at 200%.
yeah.
What kind of
I
mic
don't
do you
know.
have, Ray?
Razor one. Yeah.
Now, just because it has the word Ray in it doesn't mean you should get it.
Oh, do you have a headset mic?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, those are hit or miss. You gotta be right in the
Yeah.
right spot. You're good now.
Yeah. It's just weird because like it's been good, and then all of a sudden just not. And it's good for some people on Discord, but other people it's not. So I'm like, I
Weird.
don't care.
You
It's
sound
just-
good now.
Yeah, it's good now.
You want me to send you a better mic, Ray?
Maybe.
All right. So yeah, Sea Ultra doesn't seem to care too much about that. Apparently, whatever he was protecting the realm from wasn't important to Sea Ultra.
So basically, it wasn't strong enough for his raider. Okay.
Or he
well-
just did such a good job that he never had to
Yeah,
care.
it could. Yeah, it could be
Oh.
that they don't really like. I'm surprised if this is the case, but the dragons themselves might not have a good grasp on the gravity of whatever he was doing, or it could be like he's saying oh yeah, who cares? Like the dragons aren't even worried about it.
Well, it was mainly for Ashton's clarity and figure out what he was trying to protect and all.
Yeah, you told me that's the guy that killed your family, right?
Yes, yes.
You, hey, a little decorum, please. Oh yeah, that's the one that offed your folks, weren't it?
Oh,
Slurp some
oh,
booze. Yeah, you
49
done
of
did in
them.
your kids and shit.
Oh, good on you. You avenged him. Do you feel any better?
Uh,
Yeah, there's a deep
yes.
question.
And then all the protection of the realm and stuff kind of made it awkward, if you so say.
A little bit.
Yeah, maybe he was
But
fucking with you.
Yeah, I was like, we'll deal with that if that ever happens. Either that or someone else will deal with it.
I like to
Point
think
was,
Ashton's gonna be laying awake tonight, just be like, "Are you happy now? Are you happy now?" It's like, no.
I mean, he was
The
big
classic
creepy.
revenge never solves anything, huh?
Yeah, that guy was a little bit creepy though.
Oh, the
He
lich.
was a lich. He was a demi-lich. His head popped right off his body.
Yeah, he just like looks at, he comes over and like scries on the fucking island every once in a while. And, you know, we just kind of ignored him because who gives a fuck, right? What's he gonna do?
Hey, could you repeat that real quick, please?
What? Yeah, he would, you know, Dragon Island. He'd go over there and scry. You know, I'd be like fucking at a party, and then boop, little orb show up, and it's like, up, checking on me again. Sometimes I would destroy it, but after a while, I just kind of ignored it.
Interesting. Wonder why he was trying
Party
to
mind huddle. That's a little weird.
Crucible
what do you
yells
think?
out, "Party mind huddle!"
Party mind huddle. And then he goes completely silent, waiting for the mind and telepathy to activate. It might not. He'll just stay quiet until then.
Are you there, Blade?
Okay, I might not actually say that, but I don't know. Do we have a brain huddle on? Like, do we have mind talking?
We always have brain huddle on.
I feel like I don't want to take it for granted, you know, because what if you need that charge?
He gets one for free.
Oh,
I can recharge it ever often I want as long as I have psionic die.
Right, he's saying, what
well,
if you need
fair
your
enough.
dice?
Jeez. Yeah, like what if you like? I don't want to ever essentially assume you've spent a dice, if that makes sense.
So, what do you
but
say?
given with that, like I'll think to them, why do you I'm curious. Why do you think that Nagash would have to spy on the dragons? Do you think that's related to what he was guarding? Could he been working on protecting us from the dragons?
Who knows? All this dragon policies and politics is just new, so rather not concerned.
You're right. Let's ignore the politics. Let's go up to
Yeah.
that city in the north instead.
You could just ask him.
How are we going to ask him? What are we going to ask?
Why
Hey,
was he watching you? Yeah, that is weird. Why would he watch you? I mean, you could give me a
feel like-
roll.
Okay, sure.
I mean, if you're
Hey,
honestly
like,
curious and want to...
I really can't think of a way to like in character ask it in like a circumspect
Yeah,
way.
Ashton
I mean,
was
he's
just
your
asking
friend.
it too. Yeah, it's like why would he watch you? On only you.
Oh, he didn't watch only me.
Yeah, why would he
Should
watch
pop
the
up.
dragons?
Yeah, you know, we brought it up a couple of times, but I'm pretty sure he's just watching everyone.
Wasn't watching me.
Well,
Hmm? Oh, yeah, he was.
He did say he was watching us. That does make sense.
I don't remember. Did he say my name in that? He might
Yeah,
have.
he said all of our names because he was watching us.
He said your name the most.
Yeah. Yeah. So probably said his name the most too.
Yeah, did y'all... Oh, right. You can't see it, right?
What?
The little orby thing.
No.
We don't have true sight, sir.
Yeah, I kind of forget that after a while.
Oh yeah, I imagine it's like he can see shrimp colors.
No, I mean, come
Like-
on. You got like your magic helmet, and you're like a robot or something, right? I thought you probably have something to see.
Maybe dark vision, but not true.
Really?
I-
Okay.
And I don't even have dark vision.
What?
These are pretty basic photoreceptors I got here.
Everybody's
Yeah.
got dark vision, though.
I know.
Unfortunately, Crucible does not.
Maybe I could get something installed. Can I
Weird.
start doing body modification as a Warforged?
No, we're not playing Cyberpunk.
Come on, give me mantis blades.
Hey, you could have asked them if the cart
Yeah,
they
you
had.
could have
night
asked
vision
them.
Future
goggles.
campaign: Rogue Warforged with mantis blade arms. Fuck yeah!
Yeah,
I mean, did the cart even have night vision goggles?
you didn't. I didn't
doubt
have them
it.
that you could see.
We didn't particularly look for him either. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think.
that dagger. Well, you couldn't see that. He pulled that out from his cloak.
True.
Sadly,
all
like Crucible
that-
said, you'll never see him again.
Oh well. That said, curious. So he was spying on everyone, and I mean, we have to assume to a certain degree that like he's like a certain tier of importance, because I mean, he probably didn't spy on like Johnny Tubo here.
Not Johnny Tubo.
Johnny Tubo is our ace in the hole.
What, did we get him the legendary crossbows that reload?
No, they're slow reloads. Oh well.
He just throws them down and pulls more hand crossbows out.
No, he's
truth,
not
I
Reaper.
guess. Did he do anything else like spying on him that you could tell?
Oh,
Hmm.
Well, that's all that. I mean, if he doesn't have an answer
Well,
or care, like I'm
that-
saying, that's not character.
Thanks for answering our questions. Here,
Yeah,
have
man,
another
no
bottle of
problem.
rum.
oh, I will. At least 10 more. Is
I
that
just
all
thought
y'all
it'd be a
needed?
bigger deal.
Do we need an intervention?
What?
I think this guy's like, so they can like shapeshift, and he just shapeshifts his liver back into dragon form.
I mean,
Why is your side all big like that? Oh, dragon liver, you know how it is.
I mean, if you say it's no danger importance, then I guess that's all the questions we had. That we could think of.
And beyond that, we should commiserate with our team a little bit. I don't mean like I don't need to get like actual backstories, but I just sort of want to make it known that like, hey, we're all we remember that you people exist too. Jayla Luck, Mittens the Brutal, all important people.
Mittens of Brutal.
Ashton would say, like, unless there was like treasure that Jakash was hiding.
Treasure.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's probably got his lair or whatever. He's lived for over 1,000 years, I think. I don't know. He's lived for a lot more than humans usually do.
Hey, what do you know about this necromancer? I don't know much beyond that he and the Lits were having a fight with each other.
Oh, I mean, not really much at all. I don't really care about him.
Did dragons ever run into problems with him? He says he controls all things like that are technically not alive, like all of them, and that's a little, honestly, more expansive than I'd expect.
I mean, and
I mean, I'm just, I thought, the ancient wisdom of dragons and all that. I just thought I'd ask.
I mean, okay.
How about, hold
give
on. Let me try again. What if I ask with this special fire vodka? Hold on. What's a good fantasy like liquor that we'd probably have?
Fire vodka is perfectly fine. He takes the
Fire
bottle.
vodka.
He takes the bottle and says, "In that case, I still don't care." And he starts swigging the vodka.
Well, can't blame the friggin' robot.
He says,
trying.
"Look. You
Look,
guys.
we just want to make sure that nothing big was happening here. Okay, I'm sorry.
To us, nothing big ever happens here. you guys, you know, you go around, you have your fun. What's the worst thing that happens? Okay, he becomes a lich, lives for 1,000 years, and
Mind connection. I'm beginning to see a bit more on how dragons might perceive the world. With a weird sort of grim nihilism like this. So
Or just the fact that they're
maybe
too
we shouldn't
powerful.
expect all that much help from the dragons. Because it sounds like to them, let's say hypothetically that Nakash had like killed half the continent and ruled it for like 2,000 years as some sort of demigod until he went crazy and ascended or something, and then the dragons just be like, "Cool, that's weird." That's
entertainment.
that's how I'm beginning to see what's going on here, and it makes me think maybe Cielzra doesn't really have our best interests at heart. Is all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. Maybe he's not like our best bro Papa figure. Maybe he's just thinks we're a pretty funny group of people right now.
when did I ever give you the impression that he was a big Papa figure? Didn't like everything he did so far is party?
I'm more taking that from the context of how we've been treating him more than how you've been acting
Right.
with him.
I've been like, okay, he's Andrew W. What's his name? WK. Like party,
I-
party,
No
party.
idea.
Yeah,
If
Andrew
anything,
WK.
I feel like this means it's important that I'm finally picking up on what you're putting down here.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like Ashton's just like clear mind, I guess. Best to move forward from that. And if you know, shit happens, and you know, our realm will have to deal with it.
He puts his arm around you, Crucible, and he says, "Well, don't let me you know, let's not let this bog us down. That's a big accomplishment for you guys, right? A lich? That's like
Hmm.
strong, right?
Yeah, they're they live a long time and they're really smart and know a lot of spells. He nearly
Yeah.
shouted me to death. It was real.
Ooh,
It
that
was
sounds
real
fun.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, like, that sounds like a good time to celebrate that achievement.
This is true. Ashton would still be like, yes, but
Yeah. Listen, nothing's going to stop us from having alcohol and food here. That's all still on board.
Yes, but a party! This calls for a party! Slams down the fire vodka bottle. And,
This might get out of hand. That was a mind thought. This might get out of
Yes.
hand.
he breathes out a icy cold puff of air. And it fills a big vape cloud of icy cold. And it starts to like snow a little bit. He's like, yeah, let's party!
yep. I mean, celebration should start. Well, we did succeed doing that.
Alrighty. And with that, you guys party. Alright, everybody give me a party check.
What does that entail?
Whatever you want.
Well, what dice do I roll?
Hey.
Well, a d20, and then add your party skill.
Am I automatic? Am I talented in it?
So,
I don't know. Are you proficient in partying, Graves?
you forgot to make yourself not invisible and sat in the corner waiting for someone to talk to you. And you're like,
Yeah, I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
like
Blade
"Man,
just
why's
goes
everyone ignoring me? What a
upstairs.
bunch of assholes.
Blade's like, nah, I'm good. And leaves the party. Let's see. What did you roll, Ashton?
14.
I mean, you can add a skill if you want. Like, whatever your skill is your party skill.
My drinking skill, of course.
So
that's a
add
plus
your
10.
constitution.
24.
Damn. Well, not your saving throw, just your constitution.
Oh, okay, 18.
That's still high. All right, what about you, Crucible? What's your party skill?
So I got a 12 on my die roll, and I mean,
You can add your religion. You know those gods like to party.
those guys
Human
like to party.
sacrifices.
If we want me to have the big rolls, how about we add my medicine score and whip up some wicked cocktails? That's a +10. I don't know why I know
Sure.
so much about medicine. We've never used it, but here's our chance.
Sure, you can add
Hell
your
yeah.
medicine. It's the same as your survival, so good enough.
So I take out the pink envelope, the envelope with the pink dust in it, and
and
I'll
you
prepare
just
a drink.
snort it.
No, that's for Cielzra. Here you go.
And it's like,
Enjoy.
oh, I've never had this pink fizzly drink, man. This is great. You're the best, Crucible.
Yeah.
And you guys party.
So every time we interact with this guy, I am eternally sad that Vernassa didn't get to meet who is almost certainly her ancestor dragon.
Right? 'Cause
Did
literally-
you make this guy when Vernassa was around? Did you craft him in your head then?
Yes,
Because
I'm a mastermind DM, and
I didn't want to rule it out because that was her plan. I had stated to you her goal was to find the ancient silver dragon who formed her bloodline, and
You know
well,
what?
here's an ancient silver dragon who's a total piece of shit who Vernassa would have hated, and I
Or
don't love that
would have
idea.
loved.
No, Vernassa would have
She would've
loved.
loved to.
I think
Because-
it's a real mix because I think in her head the ancestor dragon was a regal, noble figure, and the
But
idea that it's just this person who does not give a flying fuck.
He's
about
the same as
humanity.
me. It's like,
Where
it's
did-
like
Where
let's go
did
eat
the
cool shit.
Vernassa get her freaking?
We'll never know because she's dead and in a stick that was carried away by a person we'll never see again.
Who knows? Maybe he'll be back. Maybe he's the big bad guy with his shadow powers and
If
Vernassa's
Crucible
influence.
dies, I'm just gonna remake Vernassa. I'm bringing her back, and you'll have to come up with a reason she's back. I'll leave that onus to you.
I can do
Uh,
that.
We'll figure it out. But
Intelligent
Crucible's not
weapon.
gonna die. I'm sorry, he's too mighty.
I mean, if they get the permanent spell to transform themselves, they could do that.
Yeah.
Intelligent weapon becomes humanoid.
Yeah.
That'd be a very weird
True
transition.
polymorph.
Well,
We've-
it's not, yeah, I forgot what spell it was, but
we've
still,
we've
that'd
turned
be
your
amazing.
staff with a human soul back into a human. That looks just like how she imagined she did.
Right. So
Why did
yeah,
you do this?
Let's see. Actually, that's going to be another 2,000 gold to keep Cielzra with you.
Oh man.
Oop.
I'm taking him off our contact list.
And so how much money do you need in diamond?
How much money? So, do we have a number for how many resurrections we're casting?
like, it's a small tribe, so
20?
20,
Okay.
25, yeah.
Resurrection
You're
is a
bringing
diamond
back
worth.
half?
Yeah, we need 20,000 worth of diamonds.
That's it.
Well, it's 1,000 apiece.
Yeah, all right. Y'all got 20,000 gold.
Yeah, let's just say a lot of the body remains was not
Additionally,
capable of being rezzed.
now it would essentially be one a day, so it'll take us a long time to do it. But I might be able to work something up. So while we source the diamonds, I'm gonna reach out to some people I know in the Church of Palor, and so we might be able to like get a big ritual where we can sort of mass cast them all at once. But let me handle that. You source these feckin' diamonds.
All right.
We can
I
afford them
guess-
for sure, but we gotta get them.
Are we going to Odstead?
I think Odstead is a fine destination.
Yeah, that's
And-
the dwarven town, right?
Yes.
We-
for
we-
you, Graves.
We can leave like everybody here this time, right? We like even Protectron's not really needed for this trip.
What is this rat for? Where did this rat come from?
Rat!
There's a rat.
Ah! I came out!
What?
Ah! Ah!
Oh,
Rat,
when
give me
when
the
when
hug.
Crystal was turned into a rat, it
Oh,
probably got
that's
mixed
yeah.
in.
right.
Oh no, right. I didn't like that. I
Polymorph
could feel the
rat.
need to poop.
All right, so Graves, Oddstead is a mining town. It was the first town they went to, and yeah, it's a very profitable mine.
It's owned by a lot of dwarves.
And
That's
it's apparently
connected to the Underdark.
I wonder how they've industrialized that connection.
We
you
will
think
find
they-
out.
Do you think they've just fortified it, or do you think they've expanded to like do some expeditions in there?
Well, they did expedite the floor.
Yeah,
remember? That's why it was
we were
unclear.
the expedition, but I
No,
mean,
we were the second one. They did like go
Yeah,
down there and
and
like,
they all died terribly. So I don't like that first time. So I don't know if they'd want to do it again or not.
I think you remember doing two different stories here.
I might be. Like
Yeah.
so we as the party went down and they made a little
Yeah.
base camp. Yes, I remember the base camp. I don't think that counts as an expedition. I mean, like going out into the Underdark.
Oh yeah, because like they just explored around and
Yeah, like
they didn't.
they've
find
got a little
anything of
thing, but-
resource.
I strongly doubt dwarves would in the end find no resources.
So session 1 ended. They were going there because of giant. They mined too deep, and they found a hole, just a deep dark hole. And out of the hole, a bunch of horrible creatures came out. So they were fighting whatchamacallits, the death mantles, and some
There's
some
awful
Underdark
little like
creatures.
guys who fell on our heads and choked
Yes.
us. It was
Yes.
awful.
And then after I sent my familiar down there, I got 8. That was before. That was after I threw a torch down in there. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and so they disturbed the Underdark.
Blabbering
but
Mouther.
gibbering mouther. That's no big deal. And anyway, yeah. So
Point is, we came back
Then-
later and effed it up.
right then they came back later, and because they had made like a little elevator going down into the Underdark. Since they had the hole anyway, they're just like, yeah, let's at least explore the place and try to make
Like-
it safe.
Exactly, and even try to profit from it.
Yeah, and
Do
then
dwarves have
then
that natural like inclination towards like making money that they do in a lot of fantasy settings here?
everybody has that inclination.
I mean, beyond, I always felt dwarves had a little bit more push.
Yeah, dwarves just like digging.
You know, I like that just as much, if not more. I carry on. I have no further questions.
Hey, you know, if you're digging and you have a good mineral, it just goes hand in hand. Rock and stone.
Rock and stone, brother, rock and stone. Yes.
I should make Carl a NPC. All right. So, y'all are here on the way to Oddstead. There is Night Ridge. But also, where are you looking for your fellow Paylor members?
So I would like to use my ascending spell, and could you tell me like where like a major where we've never really decided where the
Floating
Church of
island.
Paylor would be centralized really. So like are there other continents than this, or
no,
is
this
everything
is the
here?
continent, and then the dragon
So
continent.
where would be a good place to sort of place this?
You don't actually know. If you remember from your backstory, you were just AFK for 80 years.
But I did live in like okay, so
During the, you were
that
in the
if I've
Inquisition.
established that, I've established that. So,
Yeah.
such as it is. How do I go about that then? I sort of assumed that I'd know.
I mean, yes. So you can. I mean, you have contacts.
Because
and
I
you-
know I reached out to people to set up that Paylor temple in Tempest Scairn here.
Right. So you know some people, and you reached out to them, but I don't think you actually like searched for a home base. Like you're
Okay,
just
so
like, you're
so
just kind of
this
like
is
the
gonna be
Inquisition.
this is going to be a
and-
few casts of sending. It's going to be first ascending to my boys over here and we say, "Hey, could I get the sending number to and the address to the main Paylor temple? Okay, thanks." And then hopefully they get back to me a day or like either that day or the next, and then I send a sending to that location. But that'll be my first step. I'll just ask. I'm not above asking, but I just didn't know who to ask.
Yeah. I mean, so like you're kind of like you were part of the Inquisition kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and honestly, I buy that the Inquisition's like one of those sects like they probably don't talk about it much. Like they're not invited to like the big Paler holidays because they always have this dark look in their eyes and shit, and they're like, yeah, you guys aren't fun.
Well, more so that, you know, if somebody from your sect asks questions from other people, they just answer you and hope that you don't think they're heretics.
Reasonably good answer. That's correct. Plus, I like the inquisitorial sect is almost certainly the one who also handles in-house problems. So, and nobody likes the in-house problem solvers.
Exactly. So I figured that's kind of how it was. But I mean, you do have some knowledge. Which you
that's
will
that's a fine way. But I just need some way to figure this out.
Yeah,
I'll jump through whatever hoops we need, but I just need the hoops.
Yeah. So if you're just gonna send sending, I just didn't know if you wanted to visit people or if you wanted to just do sending.
I don't think there's anybody. I can't think of anybody who would be local to where we are that I could just visit about it. So using sending is going to be my best bet.
Yeah. So while you're traveling,
here's the thing: I would like to know where it is because if it does happen to be on the way, I think it'd be cool to go see like the big Paler headquarters.
So yeah, there is no big Paler headquarters. You were kind of the big Paler headquarters, you know, on the top of the mountain, kind of perfect setting, right? But
it was like the conclave. We were
Yeah.
hitting, but we like it. In fact, that conclave I imagine was built because there was like some big cultist activity in like the mountain very nearby. So it was even only established as sort of a front against what was going on there.
Well, it was built on there because the top of the mountain. That's where's a better place for Paylor.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of mountains.
Well,
but there's a reason why it's
those
that
aren't owned by dragons. This is one of the tallest peaks.
Hey,
so.
we cleared out at least one of them dragons.
So yeah,
if Paylor moved in there too, that'll piss off Sealsra.
Yeah, so that was the main sect, was the one that your sect that got destroyed. Since then, it's mostly you were the biggest one.
I just assumed there was some big Paylor like glorious temple somewhere.
Oh, I mean there are. Where have you been? Yeah, I guess there haven't been, huh?
Like there's this town, whatever this town is. There could be one in Hidadelphia. I don't think we really explored there, but I think you said the religions aren't really represented there too strongly.
Where's Tonalynch? I totally forgot where I put Tonalynch. I don't even know if I put it on here. I think maybe this is Tonalynch, actually.
Okay.
And this has a big, this was where Nifty's church was, so he had a temple there. But yes,
let's burn down Nifty's sect and have the Paylor church there.
No, you're never going back to that town. Especially not with crucibles. It will be burned down to the ground. Yeah,
it's not my fault. It's all made of dry tinder.
There's a temple to Paylor here. Basically, the town closest to where the biggest one was.
Hey, look at that, on the way.
We were sister cities. We can stop there and allow me to meet with who do you think would be the current like highest position in the church? Would we have a high deacon? Would we have a pope of Paylor?
I mean, probably not a pope, but you'd have a head priest of the temple at least.
A head priest of the temple, and
yeah, I don't think it's a centralized religion, really.
I'm thinking if that's the case, so you don't get like address something up. Let me. I gotta brainstorm for a minute here because if that's the case, then I think that Crucible would represent himself as his own sort of what's the right term, like conclave, as his own. I gotta look up some religious terminology here. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but also technically you are the highest ranking member. You're the head priest of the Inquisitional because you're the only one left alive.
Exactly, but I would maintain that sort of that role. So I'd be fine with like actually, let's face it, High Inquisitor Crucible is pretty sick, huh?
Take me to your leader.
But I want to like have it like a phrasing. I want to have like something because this is something that would be like grounded to his like his backstory into his mind. So I want to get it right.
Right, I mean, and also do think about it because I mean you haven't officially been given the title, right now, I don't think Crucible would be thinking of himself as that. But it's like, if you talk to somebody in the church, they talk to you, and it's like, right, but aren't you, like, the leader of your sect right now? And then you would think about it, and you'd be like, well,
Gus.
I mean, kind of, I guess. And it's like, well, doesn't that make you, like, the head inquisitor? And then you would, like, your eyes
Gus!
would light up and be like, yes, it does. So, yes, you look it up.
just they
and-
click red. Why did they do that, Crucible? Do not worry.
So, but there's also the Adventurers Guild headquarters there.
I mean, that pairs up. I dig that. So
I
cool.
mean, first we got to get the diamond. So
I mean,
Is
is
that first? I mean, it's all kind
I
of
don't know which
close.
one's on the way. Which direction are we taking here? Hold on, let me get back on the map.
So, you know, you're there, and it's just.
Uh,
I mean,
Actually,
it's
where
all
are
just-
we? Say around here right now? Oh yeah, we did get here. So yeah, that this place here.
I mean, if you
here.
do want to go to Oddstead
And-
first, just to
And
get the diamonds.
did we want to do anything regarding this town, or are we just gonna let people keep snooping around for a bit?
not at this moment, no.
Okay, we'll come back to that then.
Great
so,
Graves, do you want to go? Do you want to go
are you
back
okay
home?
with this, Graves? Like, I don't want to stomp all over what's essentially your side story there. We can investigate that at your pace, really.
We didn't hear you, Graves. That he said
I said
something.
no. I want to go back home.
I think his throat is hurt, so that's why he's not talking.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Well,
that's
communicate in
my-
sign language.
I think it's my throat and my freaking my mouth is completely dry. I can barely talk.
Okay, well, if you want to say something, just type it because I do have chat open. If you're more comfortable with that. All right.
I'm good.
So, okay, what's the plans then, guys?
Well,
Go ahead.
like I was saying, like we would need the diamonds first to even hire people if you're gonna, get more clerics. So
That's correct. And here, I think the big question is which will take ultimately more time, because if we go to the mining town and they just have a crate of diamonds there already, then we could just pick it up. But if they might say, all right, we can do this, but we're going to need like a month to mine up enough diamonds and stash them because industry, they might have other diamond obligations. They might just simply not have the backlog. We don't know what's going on there. I don't want to assume. But
Yeah.
Likewise, we can like zip by the temple, and I could probably just be like, well, I need about. Actually, no, I'd consult with whoever the high deacon was, and then like hopefully Conrad would work with me to figure out how many clerics I would need a pilfer to run back to this place to cast this ritual.
All right, so how's this, right? So you're going to be sending your sendings out while we're on our way to Oddstead.
Yes.
And that is when you will learn about
And-
the...
Oh shit! It was right there.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that makes
Wait.
sense.
that's what that big building was. I remember going there. They gave me ice cream, and I picked on people there.
Well, what you remember was a much smaller temple
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah. Oh, that little place. That little ramshackle. Well, okay, thanks. Well, you wait. I remember sending isn't like a conversation. Thanks.
So
Dang
right,
it.
that's why it's on the trip, because you're going to be doing a bunch of different sending, getting a bunch more information. So if you can think of any other questions you want to send to me that you were asking about the church, because now is the best time for you to fill out your back lore of what you've missed in these past 80 years.
Hmm.
So you can give me
So-
that between sessions.
Okay, I'll do that. Because I got some ideas. I like bullshitting like backstories then that I will adhere to forever.
Alrighty.
So yeah, and so I guess that means to Ogston. Oh yeah, and here it is.
There you go. We make our way to Oddstead. Are we still bringing Protectron, or is he back with the guild?
No, I don't think we need anybody besides Archimedes here.
Okay.
Archimedes, can we hook up? Maybe we can get some sort of like automated defenses that Archimedes can just hook himself up to in case of emergency. Kind of like Alfred the Butler in Batman. Like somebody shows up and Archimedes just sits down and two little turrets rise up and is like, "Welcome." Bap, 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 bap.
I think Archimedes could do that himself.
He's just a little owl dude. I mean,
No,
yes, he's robotic,
He's
but
not.
he's
Yes,
still.
give me some gold, and I'll make sure that I'm very safe.
Hell yeah. Are you going to take that gold and fly away and spend it on things you enjoy,
No,
thereby
no,
being
no.
safe while you're spending the gold?
I'm going to hold on to it, and if someone does attack, I then take the gold and fly away safely.
Ah. Maybe you should not be a part of this conversation, Archimedes.
Oh, how rude. I think that's a reasonable plan.
Call it Plan C.
I'm calling it Plan A for Archimedes.
Can't argue with that. So we don't know this
So-
place, Ashton. Can you give us the like 5-cent tour?
Let's see. I remember. Should probably don't.
I might. So this was back in the days when I was still keeping some notes. Maybe I still have information. Nope, I must have deleted them at some point. Never mind.
We might have
This
lost
was
the
like-
table.
Yeah. In blacksmith.
Remember this place?
Do I?
I believe that's the
if I'm,
bar.
yeah, if I'm saying it, Ray, context clues. Come on.
Drank too much. Don't
That's
remember.
true. I don't know. I think if you drink too much, that'd be the ones
I
that you
mean-
do remember.
It's not- there weren't even any real shops, if I recall. Like we couldn't buy like weapons or stuff here. We could barely buy mining equipment, honestly, because most of them were reserved by the guilds.
Yeah,
So
it's a
we-
very business-oriented town.
hmm So to that end, good thing we're coming with business. You got the 20K, right? You did remember to pack it.
Yeah. One of us grabbed it.
Actually, do you want to have any extra gold on you besides the 20K? Well, before we head out.
Oh, can I have an extra scoop an extra 1,000 worth of eggs just into
Sure.
my bag?
Eggs.
That's just a little walking around money.
All right.
And
you
the
got
eggs are
1,000
of all the
gold.
gold, the eggs are probably the only ones that are effectively mined the most. Yes, anybody's welcome to any eggs they want, but I feel like I'm the only one who's willing to take them.
Graves, are you going to have any pocket money? And Ashton, how much pocket money are you taking?
I have
Well, I
like
still
5,000.
yeah, I still have 1780 in my bag of holding.
All right. Well, plus the 20,000. Don't forget that.
And adventures really fucking destroy the economy, don't they?
Yep, just a little bit, except not here, because if you want to be buying mithril and adamantine and diamonds, gonna cost you a good bit.
You know, a bit of adamantine probably wouldn't be terrible. Do you think I could get like a consultant on someone who could like I don't know, maybe I'll talk to you about this, Conrad, later, but I think it'd be cool to get like some special metals forged into my exterior or something. Just something to supplement my armor, or just some, I don't know, just a cool thing.
You're trying to punk.
It's not entirely punk. It's not like crafting a rocket onto my arm. It's just like forging some special metals. Maybe giving me a little bit of extra AC or something. I don't know. Or the ability to cast a cantrip. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
You literally have like one of the coolest dragon armors.
I know, which is why it's sort of a shame that I can't think of a way to upgrade it. I could try to get a +2 bonus AC weapon, like armor, but I don't want to get rid of this armor. I like it.
Yeah, we can think about that then.
Oh,
But,
like armor plate, the
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, and likewise, if we've got any uses, like we still look for upgrades to our own cart, right? Like imagine if we could get some mithril axles and stuff, real like useful like things to just improve the cart overall.
Has anyone? I don't think anybody's proficient in any kind of like tinkering or
No, I do the animal handling.
crafting. Anybody have
I-
tool proficiencies?
I have
He
a
has
jeweler's
many.
kit. I have a smith's kit. So
Oh,
I can do some
proficient?
smithing, but Yeah, I'm proficient in the Smith's kit.
Okay,
but
that is
it's
something.
Yep,
And you also
it's
have
something,
magic.
and importantly, there's a difference between like being able to smith something and being able to like make cart pieces. So I don't want to like make
Oh,
the
yeah.
assumption if somebody gave me like the design, like here's what we need you to make, then he could do it. But he couldn't look at a cart and say, well, why don't we whip this together?
I mean, yes, but you could spend some of your downtime examining the wagon.
Eggs wagoning.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's just something. So, all right. You head into Odstead, and you do notice that, yeah, the town is a lot
like
nicer.
Like our little wagon on the thing.
Thank you. The town is a lot nicer since the last time you got here. It seems that they've done some renovations. Most of the doors are reinforced and everything. Nice big thick doors. The buildings are, have been, the stones are better than they were before. A dwarven eye would be able to give you a lot more detail, but for you guys, you're just like, oh, this is nice.
Oh, it must have been when Tesla flew to the sky. Or it might be booming.
Or, maybe...
That's a strange, like, connection to make, but okay.
Or maybe it's after that, and they were able to just get deeper into the Underdark thanks to you guys.
Oh,
and
They
find
could just be
more-
wealthy. They could just be rich.
Exactly. As you go in, yes, you do notice they seem to be a bit more rich. Instead of just the farms, they've got a lot better looking machines making the farms more effective and a larger area. You even see some people casting some magic and stuff, keeping the plants alive. So yes, the town of Odstead is doing very well.
Man, someday I want to be rich enough to hire like a druid, an in-house druid.
Or maybe just a druid lives here.
I mean, that could be it too. But imagining a guild walking into the woods and saying like, "We need someone to keep our hops going, to keep the alcohol flowing. Get in here." Or I guess dwarf. Oh my God, dwarf druid, hops. Oh, I got character ideas brewing.
Oh, jeez.
Hops
No,
the
don't
dwarven
do that.
druid.
Beautiful. That's
Ashton's
the perfect
best
name.
friend.
All right. So
Okay, we're gonna put a pin in this for later. But that said, we love it here. It's beautiful. Do you know where a center of business would be, or are there like, do they have people like, people like who are waiting for business? Like, because I'm sure they're like, well, I don't know how this works here. I would just look for someone who can make this deal with.
yeah, so as you're going down, you do see there's a lot more people. Where there's trees and stuff over where there were trees and stuff, you see there's more buildings and housings and just lots of more stuff. So I'm not gonna edit this map, but use your imagination.
I'm imagining
yeah.
a brand new Temporal of Palor right here.
There you go, right in the mountains. And yeah,
I'll slap
so,
one right there. Bad boy.
instead of the wooden walls here, there's now stone walls. And yeah,
Ooh.
as you're going by, you're seeing some people doing just trading and stuff, where before it was just people working.
I wonder if the dwarves are on vacation or not.
Oh man, that Sill?
All right, that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, do you want to just head on into the guild and get your money's
Yeah.
worth, or all right? So you head on into the guild, and some of the dwarves look over like, oh look, it's that Ashton fellow again, and he's got new friends.
That piece of shit.
Like, Ashton. They're all very happy to see you, and yeah.
I see it's been booming here. A lot has changed since you last seen.
Ah, yes, we found an even richer vein deeper down, and we were able to even have some adventurers working here.
Wow, that is good.
Yeah, full-time
excited.
adventurers. They keep the monsters away at bay, and we're able to get through it without any casualties so far.
Oh, that's good. No encounters with the huge worms.
No, I don't think we've gone that deep yet.
Yes. Be wary of that.
Okay,
Back then, it was trouble for us.
so before we meet the full-time adventurers here, who do we think is going to be like the callback? Who is there going to be one of these full-time adventurers you're like, we know? Is it going to be the monk? The monk will be here. We'll be like, oh, hey. Oh, hi. Then he'll leave.
You think Theo's gonna
Or-
be here?
Oh,
Could be.
jeez.
Or it could be like some of the adventurers who we fought way back in the arena. Maybe
Philadelphia?
maybe Conrad secretly saved all those figures and has been ready to pull them out this whole time.
Rematch, Aston.
We're back, bitches! And they just punch you in the stomach, and wow, they're much stronger. Oh, maybe Ko's here.
Maybe Ko's Master's here. Who knows?
I thought
Maybe
that's who you
Ko's
meant
here
for
and
the,
nobody knows it's Ko.
I thought
Ko
that's who
could
you
have
were
been
saying
here
with
the whole
monk.
time.
That's a figure that I might have to bring back at some time.
It's true.
Yes.
Where are all the arena
Ko
people?
could have been Protectron this whole time. We would never know. You have no idea how high his deception skill was. It was sick.
Oh, there they are. No,
He
wait,
essentially
never mind,
had
that's
all
not
the things that Blade had, but the Bard versions. And he was a changeling.
Well,
Yeah, he was Bard version of Graves, and significantly less killy. Let me tell you what. A big reason I switched out of him was because every combat felt like me making goofy and doing jokey things, and the rest of the party actually finishing the fight. And I'm like, I'd like to actually do goofy things and finish the fight. Thus
No,
fire.
It was because you chose not to get attack spells.
Bards just don't have many attack spells.
Oh,
I'll have you know.
bull.
Bards. What bull? What you wanted me to cast Shatter fucking every turn all the time? That's the only
Oh,
Bard
yeah.
attack spell.
Uh,
And Shatter sucks.
as Ashton holds Shatter.
Yeah. Ashton can hold. He's been holding it because there's never a time to use it because it sucks. Harsh opinions. That's my hot Shatter take.
I've actually used Shatter.
Thank
more
you for
than I have
coming to my
Fireball.
TED talk.
Tasha's
Maybe because it's a
laughter.
level 2.
Underwave.
Yeah.
Thunderwave. Oh yeah, I love when people are close to me. Either way, though, Ko wasn't even strong until he could become a giant monkey, and by then I had kind of like exhausted all my ideas for the character, and so yeah, like I said, I switched out for Crucible,
But yeah.
and yeah, so that's my. I'm not sure how I got off on this tangent. Right, because the full-time adventurers. Can't wait to see him.
Alrighty, so yeah, you're talking to the dwarves, and is Crucible or Graves doing anything? Just standing by.
I would like to the town. You said it's like specifically nicer than this, so I'd like to look around. Because if anyone's got nice gold craft, it's probably dwarfs in a dwarf industry town. And you know what? That's Crucible's hobby. He
Yeah,
likes
you can
looking at
even
that
see
stuff.
like the
So-
Jewelers Guild.
Yeah, he's gonna go unless he's needed right away. And honestly, I think the Jewelers Guild is probably who we might be talking to for these diamonds.
That is
But
true.
Ashton would basically just introduce you guys to him.
Yeah, but yeah, unless if we get time, that's what he's gonna be doing, looking at artisans, maybe even talking a bit of shop with them.
Yeah, so I mean, there's not too much business going around here because this is the
Yeah,
work
this isn't
area.
where people are pouring the gold out. I messed up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Carry on. I didn't mean to interrupt.
So yeah, so Crucible, you're looking around, and you do see the Jewelers Guild, and I guess you're like, I think this is the place, guys.
Hey, see, there's a big picture of a diamond right on the sign.
And so the dwarves are like, who's your friends?
Ah, yes, this is the cleric and rogue I hired to track down Kakash.
Aha!
And we slayed him. That's why we are coming back here to hopefully find enough diamonds, because my cleric
We
friend
prepare
Ishmael
a
here
massive ritual.
offered to help me res my family back.
And I'd like to think that I've prepared sort of like a list of like, here's all the sort of jewelry requirements we're gonna have for the ritual, probably.
Probably,
Which,
yeah.
so first of all the diamonds, but like a bunch of like knickknacks and so like little goblets for people to drink out of, and necklaces to wear, symbols of Palor. Lots of we're gonna need a couple golden symbols of Palor whipped up for this.
So, yeah. So you're telling these guys, they're like, oh, so you killed this brackish, and now you're gonna bring a bunch of people back to life.
I love the shopkeep. Definitely does not even give a shit about
This is
listen,
just
I
the
don't know who this
dwarves.
lich is, or
You haven't even gotten to the shop yet.
oh shit, you're right. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Ash is just telling these people his life story, and they have no idea what he's talking about. He's like, oh, just bringing people back to life? Cool. The adventures kept
That's
crazy
not
shit.
heresy. Oh,
Yeah, so what brings you here to Odstead?
Ah, yes. This is mining town, and hopefully you guys have enough diamonds for what we need.
Oh, well, your friend's going in the right way. The jeweler's over there. You'll get the highest quality diamonds we can mine.
Awesome. So tell me, how far have you guys went down to the Underdark to make it a safe place?
Oh, we don't go down. I mean, the adventurers go, and they kind of like live down there almost. They've got a whole base and everything. They're really good. They keep everything. They don't let a single bat pot by anything that could threaten us. If they do have excavations deep into the mines, they usually pick a elite squad of dwarves to be escorted down. But that's not me. I still work on the upper layers.
That's good.
Anywho, you have fun resurrecting the dead? That's what you said you're doing?
should we call a guard? I'm not sure. I mean, he's a good guy, right? Well, look at his armor. Doesn't he look like a good guy?
One of the other dwarves says, What's one of them resurrections cost you anyway?
1,000 gold?
1,000 gold for the diamond and another 1,000 for my service. Have you need?
Well, no, but if I do, I guess I'll have to. Y'all have a business card? Do you do house calls?
You could send it to him.
Haha.
Don't give them my sending number. Here, I give him the sending number to Tempest.
He's a receptionist, yes.
Oh, gray art, you say? Oh, interesting. It's, yeah. Oh, hopefully I won't die, but if I do, I've got the money. And I'll have to give you guys, well, somebody will have to give you a call. I don't think I'll be able to.
I have a brilliant scheme setting up a life insurance Paylor company here.
Jeez.
I get the most powerful Paylor clerics here who could cast resurrections or more likely raise deads on demand in exchange, like as an insurance policy, and be paid to be here. It's brilliant. Love it. Lock it in.
All right, so you guys finish talk to the dwarves and head on into the jewelers. Yeah, so you see lots of different jewels on display, a bunch of them in like jewelry and necklaces and rings of all sorts and shapes and sizes and metals, and behind glass displays. And yeah, they greet you. It's like, ah, yes, You have a. It's like, oh, you look like you're a priest of some sort. Are you here for some spell components? I assume.
You know your customers, sir. I take out our big list of ingredients. However, this may be a bit larger than your usual requests.
Oh, I was gonna say we only deal in bulk here, but it looks like you have a list. Let's see. He looks at the list and he's like, well, yes, this is quite
That's
a lot
right.
of diamonds.
I'm going to need 20 pallets of diamonds. A drum of blessed oil. They probably do oil and gas here, right? Yeah, we're gonna need some of that. We can purify it ourselves. And gold, of course. I'm gonna need gold, and I've smelted down into these symbols of Palor. If you want me to type up an actual list, but I'm just sort of thinking of every funny thing I can. We're gonna need gold braziers, of course.
I mean, that's what you brought the eggs for, right?
Yeah, the eggs are just for like paying for things. The eggs is my walking around.
I mean, are you gonna make the gold braziers?
No. I would. Well, I mean, I first of all, I've seen your work. Big fan. Like if you could price us like for like, here's the thing: if they can make everything, like we don't. Do they just provide the materials? Do they jewel craft as well?
I mean,
because if they can forge these for us, I'd love that.
That will take more and cost more money.
Well, I'll give whatever the robot equivalent puppy dog guys to Ashton. Does it work? Ashton?
No.
Ashton.
You brought it yourself.
It'll save us so much
yourself.
time if they craft it. You're the one. Your family's the one that's getting resurrected here, Bucko.
What do you need braziers for?
You know, for like the ritual.
You need braziers to resurrect?
We got a whole thing we're gonna be doing here. There's a lot going on.
Oh, so you want it for the dramatic effect?
Exactly. We can't just lump a pile of diamonds in a heap on the gravestones and say, "All right, start casting." We gotta set this up. We may have to make a little makeshift temple there, set it like a stage and shit.
That is a pretty good point. I guess it would be kind of like not very.
Are we just gonna yank the corpse out of the ground, slap a diamond in their mouth, and say, "Get back here," and then watch the flesh all form back? Like, ah! No. The Palor does it with a whole rebirth by fire phoenix type of thing. They'll walk out unharmed from the flames. It's gonna be sick, but you gotta pay these dwarfs. You gotta pay them, man.
All right, fine.
All right, so he looks at your list, and so it's 20,000 worth of diamond.
Yes.
And how much worth of other stuff, Crucible?
More braziers.
We don't need a ton, right? With like it's smelting gold and stuff. Like how like 2,000 seem like a good number to you, Conrad?
Yeah, $2,000 worth of 2,000 gold worth of ceremonial,
like just other ceremonial knickknack.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. He says, "All right. And are you going to be picking this up, or you need it delivered?"
We'll pick it up when it's done. We have a
Could we actually get back to you on that?
Well, delivery. I guess you can pay for delivery on when it gets closer to being done. So
Yeah,
sure.
How long?
I don't know what
take?
what sort of stowage are we gonna need for this? I don't know if our cart can hold it or not.
Let's see. Well, I'm gonna need at least a month to gather all these materials and the crafting and stuff. We don't really keep 20,000 diamonds on us.
I wouldn't expect you to, and that's good. They'll be fresh.
You know, we also have other orders we have to meet. But if you don't mind waiting, 25,000 gold will be enough to cover everything without delivery.
Okay, I got 21,000 off me.
I've got my 1,000 of eggs.
Wait, didn't you take 20,000 with you for the diamonds?
Yes, but you said an extra 5,000, so.
Oh, right. So you only had 1,000 on you?
1,780, yeah.
Oh, I thought you had more than
I'm
that.
pretty sure this guy would take a down payment of 20,000, and we could cover the other 5 after when we get back.
Why didn't y'all bring any extra money? You only had
I did.
1,000 gold extra?
I brought my. How often do you need more than 1,000 gold?
You just walked past a guy on a wagon selling a bunch of magic items for 100,000 gold.
Oh, I know. It's like when you're playing like a Baldur's Gate game and you find that one NPC's like, "Would you like to purchase this? Only 1 billion gold." You're like, "A fucking level 10, man."
And then you
God.
never see him again. You
Yeah,
only find
then-
him when you don't have the
Then you,
money.
then you
on
get to the next chapter of the game and it's like, "Oh, he's gone forever. Good luck."
All right,
Fuckers.
sure. You just you get the bag of 20,000. You dump out 20,000 gold. Jesus, how much is how big is 20? What does 20?
Do you think we might could
coins
maybe
look-
we keep them in like 1,000 gold bags, just for sorting, or plats? We had a lot of this in plat, didn't we?
Sure.
Could you break a plat?
you just yeah, you have shit. How many coins can you fit into just a regular pouch? Like what, like 500, you think?
500 seems like a reasonable amount. That's real like Baron riding down the road jingling coin pouch territory.
You just start taking bags out of your bag of holding of 500 coins each and laying them on the countertop. And they're like, it's like, we've got 20,000. Is that okay? And he's like,
I consider it a down payment.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. 20,000 down. That sounds good. We'll get working on this right away.
This is a symbol of our honesty here.
Well, this is a symbol of my first town I've been to. Adventuring.
Yeah. For Ashton, anything.
Oh, I was about to hear like give him that little subtle threat of like I can spot a good gem cut, so don't try and fuck us type of thing. But I feel like they won't now because of Ashton.
It's like, we'll have someone count it later. And yeah, that's gonna.
Dwarves almost definitely have like a cool little like weighting device. Like they dump them all onto a thing. It's like, yep, that's about that much.
All right,
Ashton
so yeah.
still has that 10 pounds of quality crystal golem in the cart. Could always give it to him.
Just give it to him. Why?
I don't know.
To help make the gold
Yeah.
stuff fancy.
Exactly.
Do you want some chandeliers?
Why?
Paylor doesn't do chandeliers. Paylor does candelabras.
Oh, come
Wait.
on. There's probably some chandeliers for Paylor. That's a light fixture.
You put the candles very close together.
Let's see. What else could you use big crystal shards for? Make the mural of the Underdark crystal fight.
We
In
could
your
still
stained
so
glass.
these crystals. We could brainstorm a few possibilities. We might be able to turn them into some sort of dust to turn into potions. Might be able to apply them to our weapons as some sort of like powder or oil. We might be able to just cram that bad boy onto the side of little Sebastian, and maybe you can use it as some sort of mobile turret. Who knows?
All right. All right. So yeah, you place your order. I guess subtract the 20,000 gold.
Yeah.
And
I did.
let me make a card for this. All right.
We really do got to arm little Sebastian a bit more, don't we?
Well,
I mean, he's pretty well defended, but what if he needs to deal with something while we're not there?
Archimedes is for?
I mean, Archimedes. It seems like he abandoned little Sebastian.
Who knows?
I just think we should think on it. How could we help little Sebastian help himself?
A armor of protection that grows hands and slaps people. I don't know.
Maybe we could get him like the little rocket launchers.
Listen here, all right. I didn't go into Teza making. I can't tinker.
None of us can tinker. Let's get that gnome back on board. He's always at the bar.
Yeah, well, y'all do know a guy that's pretty good with magical creation stuff. Or at least he's very interested in it.
Yeah, but he's also like pursuing us with like a hatred, isn't he? We're talking about the Tez obsessed wizard, right?
Why would he hate you?
I feel like we were running for our lives last time we fled from him.
I mean, what you feel and what is true. Two different things. Anywho, you place your order. If you do have an idea what you want to, like it doesn't have to be like a whole list, but like, I guess you said like braziers and whatever. If you want to give me some stuff for like what you're thinking about for the 2,000 gold.
I'll whip something together for you. No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get like super nitty gritty, but I'll give you some like a cool little set dressing. Maybe I could even design like a little map for us to use on the table.
Yeah, already. And yeah, and I think it's 9:15, so I guess we'll just end it here for tonight.
Sounds good for me. Thank
All
you
right.
for DMing.
Yeah, so okay, let's talk about this, right? So we
Okay.
are next week. Now that we've placed the order, they said it's going to be a month. So next
We got to
week,
figure out something to do for a month.
I mean, we have the city with the temple and the guild. And
That's right.
Recruiting people to help, so you don't have to take 20 days for 20 people. And apparently, you're building a temple or something.
That's the plan. Where by Ashton? By the way, where is your hometown?
Let's see. It was. So here was the Necro, and then we decided it was like around this area.
So
Yeah, it's
here's about
Just
that.
in the
Yeah.
open plains
Could-
here.
Could you like mark it with a sticker or something? That way we could just because it's going to be a point of interest now.
Let's see what stamp can I use to make. Oh wait, that's perfect.
Oh, grim.
Hey, it works.
That's
Yeah.
where your family look. And right here, this is where my family died.
And this is where my family is. This is where I'd keep my family if I had one.
And if you take a look out the left window, you can see the mass grave of Ashton's tribe.
Why is there more alcohol bottles and dead people?
And people keep pouring one out for them.
All right, so we will be going to the other town next session. Oh, I closed something on accident. And that town's name is. Where do I keep it? I gotta find it. Yeesh, I've got so many things that I've saved. Oh, here it is. Otteran's Gate.
Truan's Gates.
Otteran's Gate.
Otran's Gate. That's a pretty cool name.
Alrighty. That is where we'll be heading next. Let me type that down. To look up the Paylor Temple and the HQ. All right. And with that, I will save the table.
Saved.
All right. So yes, I've got now every other week I'm running I'm trying to mix Dragon of the new starter set, which is Dragon of Stormwreck Isle, with Lost Mines of Phandelver and Dragon of Icespire Peak.
Ooh,
How's that
nice.
work?
I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm starting with Stormwreck, and
Ooh,
Stormwreck will lead into the other two.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be fun. I hope that the players like go along with it well.
Yeah, I think they should be fine. I think everybody's new except for one, who's Delta who played in one. Of
I know
the
the
games.
the games are sort of designed to level along with it. Are you just going to keep everything as is?
Oh no. So for the first part, which is the Stormwreck Isle, great adventure by the way. I think everybody should get it. Like it's only 3
Rex the
sessions
Storm.
long. It's only 3 sessions. It's only 3 sessions long. Like each level is 1 session. So after session 1, you get to level 2. After session 2, you get to level 3, and then you end on the session 3. And so you'll be up, like, level 3 or level 4 at the end. It's a very well contained adventure. It's nice. It's only got like 3 quests, but I mean it's all very well contained, and they give you, like in Lost Mines, they add a lot of weird stuff. Like there's Bo Gentle's spell book and just a whole bunch of other things that are just like, hey, you could use these things to, get your character
As hooks for the next thing. Right?
Yeah. But like they don't do any of that in Stormwreck Isle, but there's still a lot of it. So like instead of
As a DM, you could always add anything like that you wanted.
right, exactly, and they make it very easy because it's so well contained. It's so easy to grow on it. Like I like Lost Mines, but if I'm like running people through it, if I'm just running people through it, like for newbie sessions, like 3 sessions versus fucking 3 months.
Yeah, it was long.
Yes, it's good and everything, and I do like how it gives you all that stuff. But it's so much better just be like, okay, 3 and done. It's like 4 sessions max.
So when are you going to run Strahd for us?
I don't think I'll ever run Strahd. I have no interest in Strahd. I really like adventures that are like, adventures. Like we're going out on an adventure. Strahd is like self-contained, right? Like, and it's not a 3 session done.
You should give the whole thing a read. It's pretty neat.
Or
like you don't even have to run it. Just give it a look then.
Or I don't read it and you run it for us.
I've tried it once and I did badly.
Hey, we don't care.
Oh
Hey, as long as I can bring Bastion.
my God! Take 2. You could bring Aston, but you'd be low level again. It starts at like level 3.
Yeah. I know.
Only if you go through the death house. You can just start us off and
and you'll find yourself a lot less magic items than you do in as Aston in other games. Old Strahd is pretty clear about what magic items are there and what aren't.
And I'm gonna make the most annoying, game-breaking character I can.
As long as you don't meta, it's cool.
It's all meta. I'm gonna play meta magic.
No. Oh, okay.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good
Thank you
night.
again for DMing.
Thank you for playing, and Blade, thank you for all the input.
Yeah, man. Hope your throat gets better.
He's
not-
already gone.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gone. Bye.
Bye. Alrighty. That shall be the end of the stream. We'll be having lots of fun next week. Ooh, the table flips a lot better now that the stuck cards aren't there.
Oh yeah, because it got stuck on the floating cards.
Yeah. Should I get a new background, or should I just stay with what is this, Whiterun?
It's Whiterun's not bad, especially because it's like kind of like where we always go. So
I need to figure out how to make these in games.